Hey, what's up, guys? And we are live. Making some food real quick for anyone who comes in. Just give me 1 second. Where? Tears you never show. Do 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 do. Do dee 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 dee. Where did I put my phone stand at? I just had it. Guys, just give me a second. I'm cooking some food real quick, and then if you're in the chat, feel free to. Almost done. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Got some food now. Oh, Delaney's back. Hello, Miss Delaney. Welcome back to the chat. All right, we'll put that there. Oh, it's raining outside. I'm drenched. I am drenched. How are you, Delaney? How are you? I can't see my phone, but I will read the text in a second. I just had my phone stand. I put it down somewhere. Is it in my bag? Why don't you take what you want from me? Well, I don't know where I put my stand at. Da 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 do do do. We'll eat one of those. Anybody else in the chat? Delaney. Haha, I am good. Very good. Very good. It's a rainy day here. It is raining cats and dogs outside. It is raining. You see this outside? Rainy. Guys, anyone who comes into the chat, please keep it respectful. Please keep it appropriate. That's all that I ask. Topics of discussion today are business, health and wellness, how to become the best version of yourself, working out, if you want to get in shape. Those are some good topics to discuss today. If you're looking for a channel for someone just to do some crazy entertaining stuff, not really what I'm going to be the best channel for you. That's not really me. But I do play some piano from time to time. Do have the piano over there. Anybody who comes in, if you like any of the piano music that I play, like your boys' videos. Well, I am trying to find my stand for my phone, but apparently I don't have it. I thought I had it, but I don't. Where on earth? You guys ever put something down and you can't remember where you put it? I literally just had something in my hand. So crazy. Anyways, who else we got in here? Hi, it's it's your birthday? Blood Pie 3. Happy birthday. How old are you turning? Ronaldo or Macy? Ooh, I didn't watch much soccer, but I do know that Macy had a story where he was an underdog. Correct me if I'm wrong. Play Flight of the Bumblebee. Oh, brother, that's not what I do. I don't take song requests. When I play, I just play what I feel like. And every now and then I'll play something. But I'm the wrong person to ask that too. Remember, there's different types of music. You can play stuff that's there, or you can try to create new music. So, how much donation needed for a fentanyl OD? Oh boy. My opinion on fentanyl, boys and girls, don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. Getting back to the other question, I'm going to say Macy over Ronaldo as someone who doesn't watch soccer. I like a story of an underdog. I like someone who fights through adversity. I respect both players. They're both athletes. But if I have to pick, I am definitely going to pick Macy as far as a story goes. His story kind of inspires me. And as someone who's not very good at soccer, not really my sport, yeah. So what we got here, the Diddler's back. It's Mess E. Okay. Mess E. How much donations for fentanyl? Oh boy. I'm black. Do do have a problem with that? Why would I have a problem if you're black? What does that mean? Guys, I don't really get racism. So, yeah. Uh I mean, we all judge people, but we all have our own biases about people. But what makes me not like someone is if they're like an asshole. If someone's like a butthole or they're mean to animals, one thing that I do judge someone is if I see them hurt an animal, I already know that they're not a good person. Any of you gals in the chat, if you're ever going to date a guy and you see that he's abusive to an animal, he's probably going to be abusive to you, just so you know. That's kind of what I think. So yeah, if someone hits a dog or they're really mean to an animal, that's a thing that I'll judge someone from. But I got friends that are all sorts of races. I got Chinese friends, I got black friends, I got friends from all over the world. I got some Indonesian friends. My favorite thing is eating all their food. You know, my thing is food. I want to be friends with people that have the best food. So that's my bias. Give me some good food, baby. Give me some chicken, some rice, some veggies. Ooh, post-workout meal, guys. Oatmeal. And what's this? It's an exception if they are hunting for meat. Oh yeah. Well, listen. I'm in the South, so we do hunt. So you say I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Nah, color's not taught to people, brother. Don't believe that. No, it's not. I mean, it may be in a sense where there's like critical race theory in schools, but you take kids and you put them away. I mean, there is indoctrination, and if you're in an indoctrinated situation, that's very sad. But you put a bunch of kids from different colors and races all together, all they're going to want to do is play with each other. Kids don't see race. They don't. Um, they don't. It's not until it's institutionalized or put in them. And remember, that's part of the Communist Manifesto. If you want to divide a nation, you make them fight amongst each other. Dogs need discipline. I'm not letting them consistently try to assert dominance. You need to raise your voice to them to acknowledge. Well, yeah, well, Aldo, listen, there is a difference between being assertive and asserting your dominance and then like just being abusive. Let's just keep that there. You know what I'm saying? So, um, when you train an animal or you discipline an animal, sometimes you have to do some discipline. But if you just haul off, because I grew up on a farm, if someone just comes and just smacks a cow or they're going to be mean to a horse just for the sake of being mean, there's a difference there. That's kind of the point that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? Look, we need more discipline in the world. I'm not exactly the nicest person in the world. I try to be respectful. But if you get on my bad side, I'll throw down. I'm like that. In the South, that's just kind of how we are. You know what I'm saying? We're very respectful, but if you if someone like I was at the gym, right? Yeah, that's my perspective for what it is. Like I was at the gym the other day, and my mom came in, and one of the guys, I didn't see color until school. Well, listen, in today's world, you know, there's an argument for homeschooling. If you're in an area of the country and they're going to teach indoctrination, yeah, it's sad. But I think the country is shifting to be better. Um, Racism doesn't make sense from a biological perspective. Now, there are differences in culture. I will say this. Um, every tribe, every civilization has their own culture, and some cultures don't mix. It is what it is. Some cultures just clash. And the thing is, the difference between America and other countries, the goal is to have, if two cultures don't mix, they agree to disagree and still they are honorable with each other despite their differences. I have friends who are batshit crazy liberal, and I'm not a liberal, like, not at all. I'm very conservative. I believe that there are some things which I might spin a little bit less conservative on, but if you give me a subject, I'm going to be more conservative. But I have friends who are batshit crazy liberals. Now, when it comes to a discussion on politics, I just tell them, hey, you do what you want to do, I'm going to do what I want to do, and let's keep it at that. Now, they're not so crazy that we can't get along, but if you have a friend who can't accept you for who you are when you're being yourself and you can't look over those differences, you probably don't need those people around you in your life. That's all I'm saying. Guys, I don't know how old you are in this chat, but eventually you're going to get old enough to know that not everybody gets along, not everybody agrees, but having mutual respect goes a long way, especially with men. Well, cool. It's part of the world, man. Some people are racist, some people aren't. No matter what you hear in the world, you, hey, just duck, you cannot control what other people do. But what you can do is control how you respond. So if you see that something's not right, do your best to speak up the right way. But if you're in a situation where if you talk, you're going to hurt yourself, you might have to be quiet and have the right timing. Go to the right people at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But the worst thing that can happen in society is when good men become quiet. You know, we saw that in the prior political stance in the country. Hmm, guys, oatmeal, eggs, and honey. Guy Hook, thumbs up. Well, I'd like to believe that. I kind of see the world similar to that. I think we're kind of on the same planet. It makes sense to try to get along. And besides, nobody likes an asshole, right? Nobody likes a butthole, right? If you're not an asshole and you're respectful, things tend to work out pretty good. Now, if you are a butthole and you're mean, things don't tend to go your way. So you got to be assertive, but don't be too nice. Guys, I'm telling you, do not be too nice in the world. You know, you be respectful, you be a good person, but don't be nice. Don't be too nice. Predators sense your weakness and they will attack you. They will manipulate you. Everybody manipulates people. That's just part of the game of life. So I try to tell the people who tune into my channel, don't be too nice. Be smart, be respectful, be honorable, be a just man or a just woman, but do not be too nice. I'm telling you, people will try to run over you. Now, you can do what I do. I pretend to be really nice, right? You know, I'm 6'4", 230 pounds, and I'm pretty strong. I was a combat soldier, right? There are shit people in this world. Beware. Yeah, see, Better Today's got a great, I love that. Better Today, shout out to Better Today. I love that. No! Delaney. Okay, guys, Delaney is my young moderator. I made her a moderator, and I didn't realize how young she was, but she's been doing good. Delaney, that's a good. That don't take away that one, Delaney. That was a good message. Um, so I apologize for that. Sometimes Miss Delaney is quick on the type, but Delaney, there was nothing wrong with that message. Basically, what he was saying was there's shit people in the world, and that is true. And you need to be aware that they're out there. Always give someone the benefit of the doubt until, yeah, well, Delaney, I can also say, look, I'm not a big fan of being disrespectful, but he didn't really say anything that was wrong. You know, I'd lie to you if I say I don't cuss throughout the day. I actually cuss a lot. I don't mean to. I try to be as respectful as I can, but in this instance, I don't think the commenter there did anything that was inappropriate. And he's right. Better Today. I absolutely agree with that message. Um, so yeah, just because someone says the word shit or something, don't be too hard. Now, if they're saying like mean things to other people or they're being disrespectful, Delaney, absolutely. But listen, you're not going to be able to live in a world where you control what other people say. Because if you think you can control whatever people say, then you're kind of turning into a socialist or a fascist. Now, I know you're young, I get it. Um, but I go on these chats and I do put like not for kids and stuff and all that. Oh, just duck. I don't get how it's 2025 and we still war with people. What you mean we war with people? Like we're always going to have wars, brother. That's just life. You got to just learn to accept that. If you want to be at the top of the food chain, you got to fight to survive. The idea that we can all get along and live in a utopian society, that's a great concept when you think about it. And when I was young, I was very naive. When I was young, I was almost more of like a Marxist. Guys, I'm not a Marxist now. I'm a patriot. I've got a flag 1776. I fought in my country. But when I was very young, at a very young age, I was raised by a single mother and I didn't have a strong male presence around. So you can understand how my journey to get to where I'm at now has been very tough because I didn't have that strong role model and I believed everybody should get along, everybody's love, blah 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 blah. That is some bullcrap. There are bad people in the world who do bad things, and when they do bad things, they do not deserve the same as other people. Yes, we all have rights, and our Constitution protects our individual rights, but we also have choice. When we make choices that go against what we're all working towards, that's not good. Sophia, welcome back to the chat. Yeah, just duck. I don't I wish we could all get along in the world, but that's just not how the world works, man. The best advice I can give to these young men and these young women, guys, find you a circle of strong people you can trust that hold you accountable, set your standard higher than the average person, and succeed. That's how you do it. hmm Sophia, two handprints. Wha-bam. Guys, if I'm smacking in here, what what the hecky you're breaking up? Am I breaking up? Is my signal not good? We got a lot of rain outside, guys. I switched the Wi-Fi up to 5G. Let's see. Let me know, guys. Does that make the connection a little bit better? I have two settings on my router over here. I've got 2.5 and 5, so I put it to the higher setting. Delaney, do I sound better? Just duck. You retraced the message. What'd you say? Sophia, everybody in the chat, if you come in, please give me a thumbs up. What time is it there? Because so you're 9 hours ahead, Sophia. We are 9 hours to your left. So because it's 10:53, you're where you're at. Where are you at, Sophia? My number 3 fan for the day. Delaney's number 2, and who is number 1? Shout out to Aldo checking, Delaney, Sophia. We got Logger Pro, Sophia, Puff Daddy Juice, Just Duck, Yama's Barley, William Allen, Blood, Adam Miller, Exaro, Better Today. Shout out to everyone who's in the chat. If you got a shout out, don't forget to get your boy a thumbs ups. Oh, you're in India? Yeah. You know, it's funny. A lot of people from India come into the chat from time to time. But yes, Sophia, that's where we're at. Better Today says don't trust anyone. Forgive me, guys. I always eat when I get back from the gym. Your boy getting strong again, so we got to eat. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't trust anyone. Now, don't go as far as to like not talk to people, but just keep in mind, the sooner you realize this in life, your whole perspective in life, your whole perspective in life will change. It's like looking at life like this and then boom, you get the real perspective. The real perspective is everybody in this world is out for themselves. And a lot of times they're manipulating you or they're trying to. So you have two strategies. Don't trust anyone. But this is what I do. I try to be kind to everyone, and then I say things about certain topics that I know about, and I test to see if someone is a liar or not. This is something I learned from the book 48 Laws of Power. Give your boy a thumbs up if you want to learn how to check to see if people are manipulating you. This is also coming from someone that if you search my name on Google, and try this on your computer, search Christopher Whitehead Poker with spaces. That's me. I played a lot of poker tournaments back in the day, and I'm a nationally ranked poker player for the United States of America. That's pretty cool. I'm in the Global Poker Index. I was also in the Navy, and I'm a business person. So I deal with people every day who try to manipulate me. Shout out to you, boy, if you want to learn how to know someone's manipulating you. This works every time. Every single time it plays out. So put down in the chat, give me some type, say, yes, I want to know if someone's manipulating me, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll give you the answer. But I need some engagement from you guys. For those who just came into the chat, my name is Coach Chris, Uncle CJ, America United 1776. Back in the day, I did stock videos, Investment Coach Chris. Uncle Sam is Goku, Kakarot. Kakarot, what are you doing in this chat, Kakarot? You building spirit bombs and trying to save the universe? What is this Uncle Sam is? What is this, Kakarot? By the way, I love Dragon Ball Z. I really, really like Dragon Ball Z. That was one of my favorite animes. Oh, all right. There you go, Kakarot. Kakarot, how's the world over there? We're talking about. I want to share with you guys how to know if someone's going to manipulate you or not. This perspective is coming from a business person. Someone, again, if you go into Google, I tell you guys, Christopher space Whitehead space poker. My profile picture is me in a big tournament. I don't do cash games, right? Who? Lisa Morningstar. Woo, welcome to the chat. Shout out to Lisa Morningstar, Goku, Sophia, Just Duck, better today. So, hope you're doing well. I was just about to discuss how to identify if you're talking to someone and they're trying to manipulate you. And my perspective is coming from a business person, a tournament poker player, a Navy veteran, an entrepreneur. I wanted to learn how to box since I was a kid. Very cool. My mother wouldn't let me. Now that I'm older, I box every week, and I realized that I was actually raised to be weak and ineffective. That's what's up, Better. See, Better today is a great example. He realized that he was raised to be weak. And that's typically what happens. I'm not hating on you, ladies. I love you, ladies, very much so. But there's a difference between the way men and women raise children. I also had a single mom. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized I was raised to be submissive, weak, and, I love my mom to death, but my mother had me when she was 15 years old. My mother was 15 years old when she had me. So think about that. 15 years old. Imagine you're 15 and you have a kid. That's me. Fun story. I was supposed to be aborted. I didn't know that. The only reason, well, it seems to play out that women use emotion and men use logic. 60 to 70% of men in jail had single mothers. It is what it is. So, I'm not hating. Yeah, so, whoa, Lisa Morningstar said, I was a single mom. Shout out to the single moms. I'm not hating on you. I was raised by a single mom. But yeah, she had a girl. Now, the thing is, as I was worried, so here's the thing. If you raise a woman as a single mom, that's a little bit different. Okay? But if you have to raise a boy as a single mom and there's no masculine figure, the evidence, I don't think someone is really manipulating me because I'm just a student. Sorry, I write everything wrong in English because English is sport. Sophia, no, no, no. I'm asking how to tell if someone is manipulating you. I want to teach you, young men and young women, how to identify because people are, I'm telling you, read the book 48 Laws of Power. Great book. Guys, I got 6 people in the chat with 4 thumbs up. I just gave you a book that will change your life. 48 Laws of Power. Okay. Sophia, guys, I am going to get to that point, how to tell if someone's manipulating you. I have figured this out, and it's a gold mine. People can be gnarly. Yes, they can. Not everybody, but guys, the more you travel, the more people you talk to. As an entrepreneur, I talk to people every day. People are always lying. They're always pretending they know stuff. They're not listening. That's how people are. Now, some single mom raised their sons to be weak because deep down they feel their son becoming a man and leaving them to start their own life. That's why they break down as a boy. Well, woo! Yeah, Sophia, exactly. So yeah, Better by Today, man, that's a deep psychological breakdown of that. Jordan Peterson would agree with you. There is something called the devouring mother. If a woman has been left by a man who was strong and deceived her, she subconsciously plants the seed in her child, so the child becomes weak and submissive, so the child then won't leave her. A lot of psychology and sociologists have come to that conclusion. Not saying you are, but what if you are manipulating us to get to like you later to send you money? Oh, absolutely. Kakarot, I could be doing that. Now, how would I be able to tell you that I'm not? Well, I've been doing videos for 11 years. Look at my prior live streams. And have I asked for money at all during this chat? Absolutely not. But very well. You should question if I'm manipulating you right now. You absolutely should. Hopefully, the way that I speak, the way that I present myself, hopefully I can persuade you that that's not what I'm doing. But you're very right. You shouldn't just take what I say as gospel. You shouldn't take what anybody says as gospel. You take what someone says, and maybe because of the words that I use, the experience I've had in life, the integrity that I hold, maybe these things will convince you that that's not what I'm doing. But no, I don't ask for donations. All I ask is that you give me some thumbs ups. Always do your own research. Trust but verify. You have a good heart? Well, I try to have a good heart, guys. I'm just like you. I have thoughts that are terrible that come in my head, but it's more about knowing yourself and doing your best and progressing. But I appreciate the compliment. You know, I wouldn't be getting on here in my spare time if I didn't have a desire to share with you guys. Now, full disclosure. Okay, bye. Nice to meet you. It's 11:30. I'm going to sleep. Have a good day. Sophia, thank you for coming in. Sadly, I didn't get to the point of sharing if someone is manipulating you or not. However, if you want to stay for 5 more minutes and you say yes, since you're my #1 engagement right now, Toes Trucking, welcome back. Would you like for me to tell you that tip before you go to bed? Something to think about before bed. Or we can get you next time, Sophia. What do you think? You got 5 more minutes? Let's do it. So, this is the way to tell if someone is manipulating you. I have done this tactic. It's the tactic I created. Okay. Think about something that you know about, right? I'm doing good, Trucking. I've got someone on their way out. I'm going to teach everybody here how to identify if someone is manipulating you. So, I'm going to stay focused on this. Think about something that you know and you've researched. It could be nutrition. It could be math, geometry, biology. It's just a subject that you know stuff about. A subject, it could be a video game, things that you know about. You take that subject, and when you talk to someone for the first time, you ask them, hey, for this example, let's say nutrition. I'm a certified coach. I'm a nutrition coach as well. I write diets. I've been doing that for 17 years. I know nutrition. I don't know everything. I still learn but I am a echelon higher than 99% of people when it comes to nutrition because I've spent my life studying it. So I'll have a conversation with someone and say, hey, so my name is Chris. How are you doing? And we're talking. Cool, cool. By the way, do you know anything about nutrition? They're like, yeah. So like, okay, cool. So does peanut butter have, I got a question for you. And I know the answer. I'll say, hey, does peanut butter have protein in it? And they'll be like, yeah, peanut butter's got a lot of protein. I'm like, yeah? Is it a complete protein or is it like mostly fat? Or they're like, no, no, no. And they'll start going off. And if someone pretends that they know something that you know to be true, because let's be real, peanut butter does not have a lot of protein in it. And it's an incomplete protein. It's a fat with a lot of calories. Its highest macronutrient profile is fat. So if I'm at the gym talking to someone and they say they know about nutrition, and then I identify that they don't even know that peanut butter is an incomplete protein, I've identified that either A, they're ignorant, or B, they're pretending to speak about something that they don't know. The people that pretend to speak about something that they don't know are always going to manipulate you every single time. It may not be now, but it will be later. You want to find people that when they don't know something, they say, oh, I don't know about that. When you find people who admit that they don't know something, those are the best people to keep you around because those are the people that are honest. The people that feel inferior when they don't know something, those people will make up things on the spot. And if they're really good at talking, they will deceive you before you know it. So that is my tip for you guys. Hope you like that. You talk about something that you know the answer, and you test someone and you give them the benefit of the doubt. They're either ignorant and they read something, which, okay, but then you know that person jumps to a conclusion and they don't do their own research. That's not someone that you want to hang around either. Now, if someone says, I don't really know much about protein, or I don't know about peanut butter, but I heard it has protein. Why? Do you not think so? Now, if they come up with a good question, now you got someone who can engage with you, and those are people that you want to keep in your circle. It could be a video game. It could be about an actor. It could be about a concept. All those things. So, Toes Trucking, I am doing well. I am eating some steel cut oats, some fresh eggs, and I got some sriracha and honey. We came from the gym earlier today. Trained my favorite body part. What is my favorite body part to train? Oh, that sounds gross. That sounds gross. You're gross, not me. No, it's actually really good. You take the steel cut oats, right, and you put a little bit of honey on it. Then you cook the eggs, you season it, and you put some sriracha, and then you mix it all together. It's sweet, spicy, and I know how to cook eggs that's not rubbery. This is the best food to put on muscle. Yeah, whoa, Lisa Morningstar. Yeah. Yeah, that's an example. I do that all the time at the gym because I'm a personal trainer. I sell life insurance. I sell whole term. I do Medicare. I go on YouTube. I play piano. I do a lot of stuff, right? And I've been in business for like 10 years, right, Morningstar? So whatever you know about, you pretend to be stupid and ask someone a question and let them reveal how they answer the question. You'd rather have peanut butter and eggs? Yeah, but peanut butter and eggs is nothing but fat, and some protein. Eggs are good. So if you're training with volume or you're an athlete, I mean, it'd be all right. Let's see. I eat oats, peanut butter, honey, banana, and 2 boiled eggs. Now that's all right. I see that. Well, better today, it's not as simple as that. As a certified strength conditioning coach, that was my job in the Navy. So it depends on your weight. Better today. What is your height? What is your weight? How old are you? And how active are you? Because if you're only eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably not doing the right thing if you're trying to gain muscle, that's not going to do it. You can get by with it, but there's a better approach. But I need to know your height, your weight, and then I'll break it down here on camera for you. But yeah, whoa, Lisa Morningstar, that's a really good thing. Like whatever, like Lisa, what are you good at? Let me know. Guys, I can keep up with the chat. I'll do my best. All these chats are coming in here. Um, I would never just eat peanut butter and eggs because I'm going to have me some oatmeal. I'm going to have at least 60 to 100 grams of carbs before I go to the gym. Guys, if you want to train hard and you actually train, don't be scared of carbs. But I understand most people don't train hard. I've been training people for 17 years. Okay, so you understand property. You normally don't eat breakfast. You know why you don't eat breakfast? Because you have a damaged metabolism. When you wake up and you're not hungry, you have what they call metabolic damage. You should wake up hungry. If you're going to the gym and you're training properly and you're sleeping and you're drinking water and you don't wake up hungry, that means you ate a large dinner the night before, you spiked your insulin, and you're going to wake up. And yeah, you could wake up and go to the gym. Right, so you're 28 years old, you're 187 pounds. Now, if you're really lean and you're ripped, that's cool. But, well, okay, I guess you're right. Well, if you're not, here's the thing. If you're not hungry, if you're hungry and you don't eat, why would you not eat? Okay, so you're boxing 4 or 5 days a week and you're not eating breakfast? Does that make any sense to you? Think about that. Why would you wake up and not load your body up with energy if you're about to go do something physical? Does that make any sense? Fireman. Oh, again, fireman. Are you a fireman? Now, here's the thing. There's lots of different things. If you're boxing because you need to maintain a certain body weight, that's one thing. But I'm telling you guys, your body will get leaner. What's this? Well, here's the thing. Whoa, Lisa Morningstar, you got to eat for your activity. Now, I know not everybody goes to the gym and not everybody prioritizes weightlifting. That's cool. But if you're making it a point to train 4 or 5 days a week in addition to your day, and you just wake up and eat fruit, I guarantee you, I can show you how to have more energy, right? Nobody believes me when I tell this, but I've been training people. Wrong guy. I'm the one that eats oats. Oh, you're eating the oats? Um, yeah. I was getting tow trucking and better today. Yeah. Hey, better today, if you want a quick fix 3 times a day, you need to take your body weight, divide it by 6, 5 to 6 times a day, get a portion of protein and carbs. I would be eating at least a half a cup to a cup of rice or oats and 4 to 5 eggs 3 times a day. That would be 15 eggs a day, a cup of oats, and in between, I would have a little bit of either an away isolate, and I would substitute with creatine and watch what happens to your body. You'll be big, strong, lean. Your body will adjust to that, and you drink a gallon of water a day. That's if you want to be a big, strong athlete. Now, if you want to stay lean, don't do that. You can eat when you want, and you'll stay lean. But if you want to put on mass and you're younger, you got to eat. Oats and eggs are cheap. Go get you what I do. Okay? Whew. By the way, I trained legs earlier today. Legs is my favorite body part. Upper, lower, rest. Upper, lower, rest. That's your split. So get you 60 eggs at a time. 60 eggs. See how many eggs I have? Eggs, eggs, eggs. Now I have turkey sausage and I have all this other stuff. Like I've got like 30 pounds of beef in here and all stuff. But get you eggs, get you oats, right? And get you rice. If you want to build muscle, you need to eat more, right? If you want to get larger, simple as that. Don't try to stay lean and stay super lean all year around. Build your body up to get stronger and bigger. And then take phases through the year where you slightly adjust your calorie intake, and that'll get you leaner. Now, if you just want to stay lean and do that, yeah, that's one way to do it, but it's not how you do it in the sports world. When I was training athletes in the Navy and when I was with the University of Pittsburgh and doing human performance, it's amazing how people don't do food. Guys, food is the most anabolic substance in the world. Egg yolks have acetylcholine in it. right? You should get lip filters, fireman. I should get lip filters? What the heck are you talking about? Let's see. Yeah, Morningstar. Nothing wrong with starting your day with some fruit for hydration. Morningstar. But instead of doing that, do this. Hi again, Josh boy. Morningstar. Do this. Get you a food scale. This is the most important thing in your kitchen. Start weighing your food. Start weighing your food so you don't eat too much or too little. Weigh your food, get your fruit, right? What's up, man? Get your fruit, and then if you want, get you something like Fage yogurt, right? So you see that 170 grams, right? 170 grams is 18 grams of protein. Oh, yeah, listen. Now, I have a soft spot in my heart if someone says food is too expensive. You're absolutely right. Food costs money. Yes, you are correct. However, if you want to be in shape and you want to build muscle and you want to make this a lifestyle, that's an expense. What you need to do is buy in bulk. Okay? Buy in bulk. Bulk. If you buy eggs in bulk, right? If you buy eggs in bulk for 60 at a time, you take the price of the egg, let's say it's 20 bucks divided by 60. That's the unit cost. The cost, these eggs are organic. I got these for free. These eggs cost like almost $2 a piece in a pack of 12. These are not as good of quality, but they only cost like 71 cents each. If you're a boxer and you're training, and trust me, I used to box, you're not just weightlifting, you're doing movement, movement, movement. You're doing a lot of catabolic exercise. With that much output, you need to be eating carbs like crazy. And if you have a fast metabolism, you should also eat some junk food. I'm telling you. And peanut butter. When I say buy in bulk, this is my bulk honey, right? Buy in bulk. This is how I buy peanut butter. I don't buy the little jars. If you buy those little jars of peanut butter, guys, this is a 10-pound thing of peanut butter, right? So I buy one of these and they save 50% of the money, right? I'm a big fan of peanut butter. I do a lot of smoothies because guys, I drive to people's houses and I do sell. So I carry, you want to see my lunchbox? It's tuna. Yeah, I think tuna's great. Listen, if you're worried about the mercury in tuna, you do have a valid reason. But here, if you get the smaller fish do not absorb mercury like the larger fish. But yeah, right here. I do events for churches and stuff, so I always get food from churches. But look, you have wild sardines. Wild sardines. Wild sardines. I know you may think, oh, hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat, brother. But one of these things of sardines, okay? One of these has 18 grams of protein. This is a snack, right? You're out on the road, time to eat, pop open one of these, right? Now, if you don't like sardines, I get it. But this is my lunchbox, right? I got a big old lunchbox. This is my Yukon. This bag's like 300 bucks. Keeps food cold for 2 days, 48 hours. When I go out in the morning, I have a lunchbox, a gym bag, and a business bag, right? I take this, right, and I put my food in it. Yo, appreciate the subscribe. Woo, woo, woo. New subscriber. New subscriber dance. New subscriber dance. New subscriber dance. Yeah, thanks. Stuff like this. I volunteer at churches, right? These quests have 200 calories and 10 grams of protein. Okay, now I guess today's topic's going to be training and nutrition. Welcome back. I subscribed. Hi, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It looks like a bunch of katakana or takana. But yeah, I'm kind of showing people that if they want to build muscle or get larger, this is the way to do it. Oats, pasta, Canned goods, spaghetti, pasta. You know, when you're trying to put on size as an athlete, new sub, me. I just subbed. Can I have a dance? New sub dance. New sub dance. Yeah, of course I'll do a new sub dance, dude. Now, when I get new subscribers, I get silly because I've only been doing lives recently, and every time I do a live, I get some new subscribers. So I've just been kind of enjoying it. New subscriber dance. New subscriber dance. Shout out if you like my new subscriber dance. So, but back to this, your food scale. Hey, I did not. Tow trucking, when you subscribed, the new subscriber dance was not in play. But I guess now I'm going to be like a monkey. What's up, founding fathers? Founding fathers, how you doing? Jester Hero, my Yokosuka buddy, for tow truck, new subscriber dance, new subscriber dance, new subscriber dance. Yeah, all right. Don't say I didn't give you anything, tow trucking. So, yeah. Listen, now you're just making me feel like a monkey in a cage. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. Good song. So, but no, get you a food scale and Morningstar. Weigh it. Learn how to work a food scale. You push the button on and you have grams, right? Crazy, but that's how it goes. Y'all guys make me want to play some piano. Maybe I'll go play some piano for you guys. Crazy, I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a rubber with rats. Rats make me crazy. Whew. I grew up on a pig farm. When my mom had me when she was 15, and my dad was kind of violent and destructive, so we had to live in a pig farm. And I used to sit there, and the wolf rats used to come into the room when I was younger, and I used to be in that room all day by myself. I remember them big old rats. So, but you take the food scale and you measure out 170 grams. Mix this with your fruit, Morningstar, right? Instead of just eating fruit, add some protein to your fruit. Watch how your body starts to change. I'm telling you, it will make a difference. Okay, guys. Or you can do this, guys. You can get some lean shakes like this. Guys, I know it sounds crazy and people make fun of me all the time for it, but the protein does make a difference if you're training. If you're not training, then don't do it. But I had these lean shakes. Looks like everybody's coming into the chat. So, Deputy King, welcome back. My favorite police officer. So, guys, at GNC, if you spend $50 and buy their year membership, they have a deal going on right here. It's an instinct when you say that. I have to say that. Oh. Yeah, maybe. Sup, you Whoville looking guy. Whoville. Do I got a Whoville nose? That's cool. I'd rather be a Whoville than a what rhymes with Whoville? Than a duckbill? I don't know. But guys, listen. I heard drinking milk after a workout is a good idea. Any thoughts? Yeah, I think chocolate milk would be best. Remember, if you're working out, okay, if you're working out, and when I mean work out, I mean you're sweaty. You're doing volume. You're getting your heart rate up. You're pumping blood. I recommend wearing sweats, right? I recommend wearing sweats, like sweat, push blood around. Post-workout, that's the best time to have sugar. So if you take some chocolate milk, which has sugar in it, that's a great substitute for something with whey protein. But a lot of people can't take the lactose. So if you're going to get it, I would get the Fairlife. Get a big thing of Fairlife chocolate milk because I grew up on a dairy farm, right? If you want a good movement card, look up Marine Corps' movement card. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, any type of Marine Corps workout is going to be great. However, I would say that it depends on your goal for training. Or MARSOC. Yeah, MARSOC, human performance, all that's great. But it also depends on what you're training for. If you want to build the most amount of muscle and mass, I wouldn't do a MARSOC or Marine training. Now, if you're a fighter and you want to be a performance athlete, I would totally recommend any MARSOC training. But then again, you got to train for your goal. Me, there's times of the year. Have you ever heard of Cody Alford or Travis Haley? They sound familiar. I'm familiar with Stu Smith. Stu Smith wrote the SWIC and SEAL programming when you're going through BUDS. I know of him more than those. But guys, you got to train for your goal. Oh, I found a 1776 $1 coin. Really? I don't think I mean, maybe there is. To my knowledge, I don't think there is one. But hey, I don't know everything. But guys, you're getting me off track. Go to GNC and get a $50 a year membership, right? These are buy one, get one 50% off. When you're on the go, I'm not saying to live off this, right? I'm not saying to live off this. Yes, racism is always bad. You should judge people and how they treat people. Oh, like a silver dollar? Yeah. Get these and take them with you when you travel, right? So when you're on the go, I'm telling you, guys, when you want to build muscle and get larger, it's about your nutrition. It's not just the training. So what I'm getting at is you need to have 5 to 6 servings of protein spread throughout the day so you have nitrogen retention so your body will hold muscle, especially if you're doing volume training. That is the key. Nobody eats enough. Look, it's easy to go into the gym, not eat a lot of food, and get lean, right? It's super easy to do that. What's hard is doing volume, contracting a muscle, giving your body the resources, and using progressive overload and eating properly. If your goal is to build muscle, right? I have my Yukon bag, right? I like to show this to people. When I go out to my business meetings, I literally carry a lunchbox full of food. If I eat my food properly, that I've weighed out, and I train with volume, earlier this year, I was 200 pounds after my surgery, and I had 2 years off of training. Just from eating and training 4 to 5 days a week, 2 days on, 1 days off, 2 days on, 1 days off. You grow when you rest, okay? I put on 25 pounds in the last month and a half, and I still have a 32-inch waist. So I have a 32-inch waist at 230 pounds at 6'4", right? Like I'm super wide, really wide. You know, I've got like 18-inch arms, and I have huge legs. I cannot afford not to eat when I'm training. And now that doesn't mean you should train that way, but I am training to build like muscle and put size on my body to get thicker, bigger, that round, full muscle look. It's not for everybody, but that is why the diet is so important. Now, guys, does anybody want me to play some piano in a little bit? Because I do have the piano over there, but I need to finish this. Okay, you can say what you want, man. I'm not, Deputy King, I'm not going to argue with you. You do what works for you. You would have more muscle if you took rest days, or you're not training hard. It's one of the two. We can agree to disagree on that. I'm not really asking you for your opinion. Yeah, look, you can go work out every day, but you're not growing muscle as efficiently. You're not. I already know this, brother. Or you're not training hard and you're doing junk volume. You know, simple as that. If you're always in the gym, yeah, you can get better at an activity, but we're not talking about getting better at an activity. We're talking about building muscle. Now, once you build muscle, it's called mesocycle. You take phases of the year where you build muscle, and then you take phases of the year where you condition. But if you're always going to condition and push your body every day, you are not. I'm a bit stoned, but all I can think about is white women. Well, good for you, brother. You do what makes you happy in life, you know. Do what makes you happy, brother. I will say this, most people I know are better and they feel better if they don't drink, They don't smoke. They start training and they open up a business and they stick away. But hey, thanks, man. Thanks, man. You welcome, bro. I dab you up, bro. Bop, bop. I give you a dab, man. Now, I used to smoke a lot back when I was younger. I did a lot of recreational drugs back in the day. I've been sober now for a while. Yo, Kuka Bakim, Kuka Diana Kuka Bakin. Nah, we're doing good, brother. So I'm about to play some piano over here, and we're talking. So this chat, for anyone who comes in, give your boy a thumbs up. If you give me a subscribe, we'll do a subscriber dance. But no, the purpose of this chat is to talk about business, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, and I'm going to play a little bit of piano here in a second. So that's kind of what this is. For those who are new to the chat, I don't care to work out in the gym because they cost to me, but I just lift random things. Yeah, dude, look, you don't got to go to the gym. What you need to understand is kinesiology. You will do better building muscle in a gym, no hands down. There's certain equipment that's made to build muscle. But just because you build muscle doesn't mean you get stronger in movement planes. If you, like Deputy King was saying earlier, if you do like a MARSOC routine where you do push-ups and pull-ups and sprints, you'll build a great physique doing that, but you won't build as much muscle, at least not like a bodybuilder, or you won't have that full look as if you train on a proper program. This is called specificity of training. You can't be the best sprinter, the best swimmer, the best basketball player, and the best football player. Sup, UNC, I found you while scrolling shorts. Hope you are doing well. Thank you, 12 Night Gaming. Yeah, Black Truck, use your environment. Nice tattoos. Was you a womanizer back in the old days? You know, that's a personal question, brother. I would say this. I was raised by a single mom. My mom had me when she was 15 years old. And I went through a phase where, you know, there was a time in my life where I was kind of like addicted to pornography. And I used to kind of look at women just as like sexual things. I think most men go through that. But I broke free of that, man. That was probably one of the hardest things I had to do in my life. And I'll be real with you guys. What was the biggest thing for me is I started taking all the bad things around my life and I slowly looked at them because I'm a dragon, right? Right? You probably had the best peak. I don't really know what that means, but you see this? I see my life as someone who goes out and I try to work on self-improvement. So I stopped drinking, I dropped smoking, I stopped doing recreational drugs, and you know, then I stopped looking at pornography, then I stopped masturbating, right? So I'm as real as it gets, guys. I don't care what you think about me. This channel is meant to have self-improvement. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm saying, look, I'm not saying you should do that, but what I'm saying is I felt better when I stopped doing that. And I'll tell you right now, you will have so much energy from two things in the world. One, okay, I say I don't do drugs, I do one drug. It's called caffeine. Caffeine is a drug. I still love my caffeine. So caffeine will give you some good energy, but do not masturbate. Men and women, save that sexual energy. I swear to God, I'm telling you, do not masturbate. The semen retention stuff, I don't know if it's real or not, but I can tell you this. Once I stopped masturbating and looking at porn and focused on myself, I'm telling you, dude, your energy goes crazy. You hold more muscle. I don't think pad about you at all. What is this? What does think pad mean? Yeah, man. I mean, that's my experience. You know, I don't know what think bad. Love and peace. All hope everyone has a blessed day. Yo, Reaper, appreciate that. Oh, Better by Today wanted me to play some piano. Look, let me finish my eggs because I'm up. Guys, I'm growing muscle this year. I'm actually putting on some size after my surgery. I'm up 25, 30 pounds from the beginning of the year. And let me finish this bite because I love to work out. Me going to church is going to the gym. Now, Getting back to what Deputy King said, he's a young deputy officer that's a moderator. Here, I'm doing great, brother. Thanks, Reaper. Good to see Reaper. How are you today, my friend? Thank you for being my friend. So, if you train properly and you don't go to failure and you rest and then you eat and then I sleep about 8 to 10 hours a day. If I'm not on YouTube and I'm not at the gym and I'm not doing sales, I am sleeping or reading, right? What's going on? So, if you can do that, your body will grow if you continue to use it, but you have to eat and sleep properly in order. And like I'll train twice a day. I'll train once in the morning. Like this morning I trained at 9. Got done at 10:30. I did cardio and some different hypertrophy. So now I'll be back at the gym at 6. So I'll train 2 sessions in a day, 5 to 6 hours apart, but I'll eat pre-workout meal. I'll have wake up, shake, oatmeal and eggs, then I'll have another shake. That's 3 meals, go to the gym, train, fourth meal, shake, another meal, another shake, and then I'll train again. So I like live here, right, in my office, and I have all my food. Tim, what's going on? Yeah, that's cool, brother. You're in the right spot. Just like and subscribe, and eventually you'll learn that I'm Uncle Chris, brother. I'm here for you. Um, what I'm getting at is this: if you want to build muscle, you need to eat seriously. Like, I'm just telling you, if you want to train more, which you can do, you got to train your body to exert itself without frying nervous. All right. Yo. And we're back. Okay. What do you mean I eat every day? What I mean is like, well, I know you're 15, so you're a little bit younger, but if you want to grow muscle, I'm telling you guys, take it from someone who's grown a decent amount of muscle in their frame, believe it or not. I didn't always used to be as large as I am now, right? So it took me a long time to figure out how to do this. All I'm saying is this. I've trained 617 people in my life, right? I've never trained, I've never trained anyone who ate right when they wanted to build muscle. Simple as that. Nobody eats right. You said, I'm a bodybuilder. I knew everything you just said. Okay, well, you can say you know everything I just said, but you're probably wrong. Maybe you are right. Maybe you do know. But I've been training people for 17 years. That was my job in the Navy. And I'm telling you, nobody understands nutrition. I learned my nutrition from Chris Aceto. So, but I'm glad you already know everything, brother. Good luck to you. The people who know everything will learn nothing. The people who know nothing learn everything. Remember that in life. But nah, if you already understand that nutrition is important, then that's good. All I'm saying is most people who train don't take the nutrition nearly as serious as they should. So that is the only thing that I'm saying. For real, that's surfing and funny. The real so freaking funny. Yeah, it is. The people that know everything learn nothing, and the people that know nothing learn everything. Yeah. So earlier I was working with some new music earlier. So All right, let's get the fingers warmed up. Oh, my fingers are tired. Let's see. I think it throws off my nutrition for training, but it's hard not to be. What is this here? If you had to choose a gun, which gun? Probably a rifle. Probably a rifle. No, I don't drink. I don't drink or smoke. I mean, it's probably something that gives me distance. So when it comes to me, um, I feel that I can be pretty stealthy. Like I know how to camouflage and hide in trees and stuff. So as long as I can have a scope and look, as long as I got at least four to 500 feet, so maybe 100 to 200 yards, whatever type of rifle that I choose with a scope, I can shoot far. And if someone gets close to me, I'll take my chances with my bare hands. I feel comfortable with my bare hands. I'm pretty strong, like not just like weight strong, but grappling and stuff. So that's kind of how I feel. I keep on seeing this motherfucker around to give me a name, so I need to find. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Kenneth. I keep seeing this guy. No one will give me his name. I think it throws off my nutrition for training, but it's hard to be social for me. Andrew, what are you talking about? What throws you off? Mama, I'm coming home. Times are strange, times have changed, and times have changed. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Mama, I'm coming home. What is this? I think you said you're in. Back in the day when I was in Mississippi, there was a UFC gym called Alan Belcher's Gym. And a bunch of the guys at the team, all the operators who wanted to do MMA, they used to go down there. And because I was a combat service support, I supported their missions, right? Um, we used to go out there, and I trained a little bit with Alan Belcher, who used to be in the UFC. And yeah, it was kind of fun. Then I trained some freestyle, not freestyle, but some Greco-Roman grappling when I was in Yokosuka, Japan. And I quickly realized that my ability, my strength in grappling, I'm pretty strong with my back. I'm not exactly the strongest presser, although my pressing strength has gone up this year. Um, Drinking, I've improved my nutrition a lot, but I still drink on the weekends, and I guess that messes up my diet. Toes Trucking, thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure when you stop by. I'm only going to be on here for about 5 more minutes, guys, and I got to do a business meeting. I got a business meeting coming up in like 2:20. It's actually a Zoom, so I got 4 minutes. Um, I was on the news when I was in Oregon. Just remember that yesterday. I was on the news when I was in Oregon. Okay. I used to be in the CCSO. Okay, cool. So I'm more concerned with what Andrew's saying right here, Gunner. I know you're just helping out the channel and stuff, but you're kind of just talking about stuff. I want some of the guys who are actually asking advice on things. So Andrew Frawley said, drinking. I've improved my nutrition a lot. Nice. Yo, Gracie, welcome back to the channel, my favorite nurse. Let's see here. Yeah, Andrew, so you say drinking. Yeah, you say I've improved my nutrition a lot. Well, Andrew Fraley, if you say you improved your nutrition a lot, maybe you have. Um, so let's see here. Uh, hmm. Okay. Yo, welcome back, Gracie. So let's see here. Yeah, what is your diet like right now, Andrew? Because the drinking will destroy your gains. Remember, when you drink alcohol, it dehydrates you, no matter which way you slice it. If you want to be optimal and you want to grow muscle, get rid of it. I mean, say what you want. Uh, you can build muscle drinking alcohol, but you're making it harder on yourself. Simple as that. Now, you should splurge every now and then if you want. Like, if you want to splurge, do that. Um, so, uh, let's see here. Are you still on here, Andrew? How are you, Gracie? How's my favorite nurse? I'm only going to be on here for a little bit longer. Good news is the meeting got pushed up by 5 minutes. So here in about 10 minutes, I got to go to a Zoom meeting. So, what we got here? That's fine, brother. I appreciate the haters when they come in. You can say what you want, but I actually do have a real job, believe it or not. Believe it or not, I'm an entrepreneur. Believe it or not, I actually do stuff other than YouTube. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. I have like two businesses, brother. Like, this is my office. I like to show the haters my office. Yeah. Because a lot of haters think I just come in here and go to YouTube all day. No, this is my office. This is my paperwork. This is my desk. So, it is what it is. Yeah, brother, it is what it is. I've learned that the haters come in, but the thing is, they're going to have to try a lot harder. Like when someone comes in and says, "Hey, you're goofy. Go get a real job." It's like, come on, dude. At least say I'm ugly, or do something that's really going to hurt my feelings, man. Let me at least try to feel something. Guys, if you haven't had a 15-year-old mother, if you haven't been homeless, if you didn't get the shit beat out of you almost every day for like 5 parents and your father and stuff, if you didn't fight in war, if you ain't gone through, ever built 2 houses and a business and get cheated on by your ex and lost all your net worth and going, if you ain't gone through that, then you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time, permeating through my positive barrier. Gunner, I think you full of shit. But if that's true, that's pretty crazy. I think you say things just to test to see if I'm watching sometimes. I do remember, damn it. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I try not to cuss, but I knocked over my coffee. Yeah. Did someone bully you? Oh, yeah, when I was growing up, I got bullied a lot, brother. You gotta remember, I went to like schools. I was just in a situation where when I was younger, I used to stutter like that when I was younger. So I had to teach myself how to speak. When I was younger, I didn't talk. I was stuttering. But I grew up around a lot of violence and drugs. So I saw like people get beat and stabbed and stuff growing up. So I would stutter. People would pick on me. I got hung on flagpoles. I was real skinny growing up because I couldn't afford food. I was like really skinny. People used to call me the Ethiopian stick boy. People used to call my mom a whore and just beat the shit out of me for no reason. So, what I did was I took all that and I became a success. So I took all that rage, and I used to be very self-destructive, but I learned how to harness that in. Yeah, comrade, just remember, stay strong. You know what was the best decision I did? I started doing martial arts. I started lifting weights. I learned about nutrition. I went into the military. I fought in war. I started a business. And what I did was I took any time that anytime that I felt like quitting in life, I always had memories. And, I've ran a 100-mile race when I was 170 pounds. I'm kind of doing bodybuilding right now. I train 5 or 6 days a week. What I'm getting at is this: when young kids bully, they don't, they're not doing it because of them. They're doing it because that's just what kids do. Oh, yeah. I thought about becoming a cop, believe it or not, when I got out of the Navy. But guys, I can't express this enough. I've done very well in business. Um, any business that I've ever always been the closer. I've always been able to turn that switch on and close deals. So, um, yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I've done well in business. So I pursue business. But yeah, I respect. Well, I appreciate that, Gracie. I just talk. Um, Comrade says I'm a culprit. No, it's kind of like this. Hey, thanks, Gracie. I appreciate that. Gracie gave me some advice on my elbow when that sucker was swelling up. I thought about being a cop, but if I was going to go into any part of the military, or not military, but service, I thought about doing border. I thought border patrol and customs um, was one of the most important in today's world, or firefighting. But um, yeah, well, border patrol. I mean, guys, in the last 2 months, there's been zero illegals coming to the country. And guys, don't hate on me. I'm all about immigrants coming to this country, but they need to do it through the legal channels. That's my opinion. Bubba, hello. I talk to Border Patrol all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like this, guys. I'm not trying to cause any hate on this channel, but this is my own opinion. If you disagree with me, that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions on things. But we have people who pay taxes into a system, and when people come into this country and don't pay taxes into the system and they pull from that, every one of us that have money in systems, all of our money goes down. That's economics. Gracie, I appreciate you staying nice to Delaney. Shout out to all the nurses, all the police officers, all the teachers, all the servicemen, all the firefighters, anyone who's helped servicing this great country. I love all of y'all. Y'all guys motivate me. My sister's a registered nurse. You guys motivate me more than you will ever know. Y'all really do. Let's see here. Y'all really do motivate, believe it or not. Oh, there we go. Oh, them legs are tight today. Ooh. My sister is wanting to become a nurse. Well, dang, Gracie, here almost half a day I wouldn't be able to survive that long without a nap. At least, yeah, I hope you're feeling better now. Yeah. We caught those mother truckers at the gas store second time. Of course, I have no reason to not be nice to her. She shows me respect, so I do the same. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of like, guys, I say this, please keep it as appropriate as possible. Delaney is my youngest moderator. I originally made her a moderator because I don't know much about lives, but she's kind of like the little sister of the channel. She's here just to have a positive she's in here because she needs positive influences on her life because she was going through some tough stuff. So all I ask is that if you're a troll, just respect that. If you have a sister or something, kind of think of her as like the little sister of the channel. That's all. People need to realize if we just let everyone in, we'll be bankrupt. That's facts. Yep. And it's not like, look, it's not like I know a lot of guys who are immigrants, but they're legal. And I lived in California for 7 years. I knew a lot of people who weren't. And I'm telling you, there's enough resources in the country. There is enough resources if we take a census of everyone coming in. There's enough resources for everybody, but it will not work if we don't have a tally for each person. If they come in illegally, it will collapse the economy. If you let third world people come into your country will turn into a third world country, right? But if you come through the proper channels, and I'm not saying that the immigration process is perfect, right? It's not. It is not. It's slow a lot of times, but we need to focus on fixing the process to allow the process to let people in legally, making it more efficient. That's the way to do it. What is CCTV? I used to live in Oregon. You said now Arizona. Oregon earlier. Let's see. Let's see. A little bit there. All right. Guys, in 2 minutes I have a Zoom. I have to go to a Zoom. All right, guys. Time for some poetry in motion. Hope you had a great day today, guys. Have a good day. Hope you had a good day today. That's all I have to say. Before we get ready to go astray, I just wanted to let you know this for today. Life is going to be tough the older that you get. Things are going to happen you won't understand. This is what I'm going to tell you right now. I'm giving you a warning. Do your best, but never give up. There's always a bright rainbow at the end of the journey. Every storm that you come through will test you. The difference between the hero and the coward, some people actually keep going. No matter what you think, do your best. Sometimes you need to think less. Lay your head to rest. Make your bed up every day, because even if you had the worst day of your life, you know what's going to happen? You're going to come back home and you got the freshly made beds. That's my message to you today. Don't forget, if you need a light, stop by the chat sometime. All I got to say is, guys, life is one of the craziest things. You know, somebody once asked me what happens when we die. What a great question to look into the eye. What do you think happens when we die? When you were born, you were a drop in the ocean. You were a drop in the ocean. You separated from that ocean. And thus, when you die, the peaceful transition, you go back to the origin. That's what I wanted to say today. It's going to be okay today. Shouting out to you today, it's going to be okay today. And that's all I have to say. What's up, guys? Thumbs up if you like my little melodies when I play. Sometimes I dropped my cup. You know, sometimes I just want to play piano and talk. Sometimes I just feel like playing piano and telling a story. Drop in the ocean. That's what we all are. Waiting for the chance to return. Let's do it in the key of F. D minor. Minor. Let's do it D minor. C. Always fight to be a warrior, guys. Always. That was really touching, Coach. I appreciate that. I have lots of things that go through my head, and sometimes the best way I can articulate them is through song. I originally started this chat because my music teacher from a long time ago, she got Parkinson's disease, and she can't play anymore. And I didn't see her for 17 years, and I stopped playing. And, when I saw her, it really made me think. She was one of the greatest piano players in the state of Georgia. Just beautiful hands, just God. And she always wondered when we got separated what had happened to me. And after came back, and I wish I could. If I look up Pirates of the Caribbean, you know what? That's something I'm going to look up. I'm going to look up Pirates of the Caribbean because it's da da da. It's da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know. I have to look it up. When I was overseas, I damaged my ears. So I don't have the best hearing, in case you guys don't know. So when I play piano, I can't listen to a song and play it. I have to use math. I memorize everything that I play by mathematical formulas. I don't even know who DMB is. I know I'm probably terrible. I see a pattern, and then I try to mimic that pattern. That's kind of what I do. I'm like a parrot, I guess. But what I like to do is just tell a story. Oh, Dave Matthews Band. Oh, yeah. No, and to tell you the truth, I couldn't even think of a Dave Matthews Band song off the top of my head. But I'll give you a little golden nugget on my way out. No matter what the day does, believe in yourself. Be a warrior. Speak up. Always speak up and speak your mind. Always in due time. You will have your time to shine. Just don't get caught behind. This song's for you. This song's to remember to be true for you. Because remember, you are enough. Remember, you are enough. When was it that you stopped believing in yourself? Was it when the world constricted your mind? Remember when you were a child? What did you care about? When you were a child, did you care about what people thought? When was it that you forgot that you're special just the way you are? When was it that you stopped believing in yourself? Was it the world who took everything away? Why did you stop believing in yourself? The message is here today. You got to remember, that's why I'm here. Remember, you can do it. I like to ask people, when was it that you let the world tell you that you weren't good enough? When was that? Well, guess what? This is your reminder. No matter what you go through, it makes you stronger. Don't give up. Be a warrior. And that's my message for you guys today. That's just what I felt needed to be saying, guys. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Gracie. Music, art, weed, and spicy food. If that's what makes you happy, you do what makes you happy. I like all those, although I will not engage in the smoking. Um, Never makes me feel good. But just because I don't do something doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. I will tell you though, if you've never gone 30 or 40 days with no drinking, no smoking, no sex, no masturbation, none of that, and you haven't ever done 30 to 40 days of you being the best version of yourself, you should try. You may you may just get addicted to being sober. In a trying to become addicted to becoming sober. Crazy concept. But if not, do what makes you happy, guys. Gracie, cry. Here's the real question. When was the last time that you cried? Mm. All right, guys. Time to go. I love every one of you. All I ask, weed is mother's gift to human. My addiction channel? No, Maria, that's just a no. I do believe in that personally, but no, this channel is about music theory, expressing yourself, business, entrepreneurship, and health and wellness and nutrition, becoming the best version of. Um, Marie, my name is Coach Chris, Uncle CJ. Essentially, to people about trying to become sober because that was one of the turning points in my life. Quiet a lot. I don't understand what quiet a lot means. Oh, quite a lot. Yes. Well, I have ADHD, so um, anytime I go live, I put on there, be respectful. These are the things we're talking about, but half the time we end up going on rants. All I want you guys to know is this community is meant for you, and I do this in my spare time. Um, Eventually, I do want to have a community, and eventually, I may make a community on another channel where I have like a subscription base and do something like that. But for the meantime, everything that I do on YouTube is going to be for free. Just as a businessman myself. Oh, yeah, ADHD is crazy. Gracie, you know I'm going to engage with you because you're my favorite nurse from Alabama. I do remember you. I remember all my, from Delaney, the young sister, to Gunner, the cop, um, Fruit Noob, whose grandparents passed away and he was emotional the other time. Two things are true. Either A, some people have convinced me that they're real and they're not, and maybe that's true. Or B, there's real people that come on these streams and they keep coming back because they're getting something from this stream. I want to make the world a better place. It's random times. My schedule is too random. I'm an entrepreneur. I come on here, I want to only come in here 20 to 30 minutes at a time. But hour and a half comes in, and I have to go do business, is what it is. If I ever got to the point where I made enough money to be honest, I would stream all day. Or I would do a meetup where I would write a book or something. But again, I am not making very much money at all through YouTube or any of this. So this is kind of what I choose to do instead of playing video games. Instead of watching TV and going to see movies, all that time comes into here. You know? Well, tell me before I leave, what is the time difference in Germany? Let's see. 6 hours? No. So Germany's there. In India, it's a 9 hour difference, I think. 6 hours? Is it 8:40, 9 o'clock? Am I off? I'm going off my head. I'm not Googling. Ah, 6 hours. I got it. I got it. Your boy got it. You got it. You got it. Celebrate the little victories. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was 6 hours. I use my brain instead of Google. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, here's a tip before I go. I'm always about to go and something pops up. Try not to use Google for everything. Okay. When you have a question, do your best to try to figure out the answer without Google, and only use Google if you have to. Oh, my German friend, since you just came in, I'll play you something before I go. I'm almost about to leave, and then I always get distracted. But here. To my German viewers, I have German heritage. I have German and Viking heritage. That's for you. There you go. I play music to keep my own mind calm. Ah. Somebody said I was looking too skinny earlier. I was like, come on now. I am 228 pounds. Come on now. I'm just not fat. Anyways, you're very welcome. Guys, I have to officially go. I am 5 minutes late for my meeting because I can be. Love all you guys. Stay good. Remember, believe in you. The only thing that's going to separate you from other people in this world is your mind. Okay, keep it up here. Keep it up here, guys. Thank you, Gracie. Thank you, everybody. God bless.